stay close to me, 'cause there are clouds on the horizon and a chill on the breeze. We're alone here, don't you be scared. I've got a calloused hand, a farmer's tan, and I'm happy to share. You and I will both get by, just promise you won't stray. All that I need is some dirt and a seed, and
So even though it looks like this outside right now, and it might be hard to believe, but spring is actually right around the corner. Like many of you, we've had our little false springs here and there where it's gotten warm, almost 50, 60 degrees outside, and then bam, we're hit with the snow again. And it keeps happening. It's happened a few different times now. And it's getting us excited, really excited about our gardens, about planting. We're thinking about it already. We've been planting our gardens for months, it seems like, already, even though it really hasn't been that long of a winter. So one of the things we do when we're trying to plan and get ready and excited for spring, for winter to end, is we think about all the things we're gonna grow. And we always have a few different things that we are gonna grow that we're more excited about than others. For me, as you guys know, I'm trying to start a garlic business. So when I seen these first little sprouts of garlic coming up, it really got me excited, because that is probably the most important thing I have going as far as gardening goes for this coming year. So yeah, I've planted over 1,000 cloves of garlic in this backyard. It's all along my fence line, a few different beds. I got all these beds behind me. It is the thing I'm most excited about growing, but there are a few other things that have really got me excited about thinking about winter or ending and starting our spring gardens. So while garlic is my most exciting crop I have going on, because it's gonna start my farm business and hopefully get me moving in a direction I really want to go with all of the Citystead stuff, is becoming some sort of a viable business where I have something I can sell and earn a little money on the side, and just keep growing it from there. And hopefully one day it'll grow into even more. It's gonna take a lot of work and effort, so this will be our first attempt to see how it can go and what we can do with it. But it's not the only thing I'm excited to grow, because obviously I can't just eat garlic. I mean, I guess I could, but would anybody ever want to be near me if I ate nothing but garlic? So I've been thinking about all the other things I'm excited to grow, and there is a long list of everything that I'm super excited to grow. But I thought today I would give you a few things off the top of my head that are like the top things I'm most excited about, and it'll give you a glimpse into a little tiny bit of my seed stash, which I will be doing a extensive seed collection video coming up. So if you are interested in that, look out in the future. Probably in the next couple of weeks we'll do kind of a big grand reveal of the seed collection that we have been building over the past couple of years. Actually, it's been going on for like 4 years now, but the last couple of years we really hit into high gear. So one of the things I really started doing last year was building a flower type garden. My wife really wanted some cut and come flowers, something she could use as a cutting garden out here, and I was kind of reluctant at first. I was like, I don't want to waste space with flowers, I gotta plant vegetables, but we went ahead and put in a lot of flowers, because happy wife, happy life. So it actually turned out to be really good for myself, because they brought tons and tons of extra pollinators to the garden, which I didn't really think of, because we already had some flowers, just not like a ton. But right here, we actually have a couple of different beds all the way up into the greenhouse entrance that are all flowers. And a lot of it is stuff like your tulips, your irises, and I'm trying to think what those other things are called. Oh, purple cone flowers in there, some black-eyed Susans, things like that, Shasta daisies, a lot of the very pollinator friendly type flowers, and I really enjoyed them. They're nice to have, they're very pretty to look at when you come out into the garden, and I gotta admit, the entranceway in the summertime into the greenhouse with all those flowers everywhere makes it kind of a special view as you walk into the greenhouse. It just gives you a little more uplifting spirit when you walk through all those flowers. So actually growing all these different flowers, it kind of gave me one that I actually found that was my favorite flower. And my favorite flower is the passion fruit flower. I don't know what it's called. Maypop, I think, actually. But I really dig the way that flower looks. It's so beautiful. And we planted some 2 years ago on our teepee, and I was amazed by the blooms everywhere on that from the vine that we put on there. They were gorgeous and beautiful and just all over the place, and I really just love that. Became my favorite flower of all time. So this year I got to plant more flowers. The wife really wants poppies because I made the mistake of digging some of them out when I was trying to go full bore with the vegetables and fruits. Sorry my dear wife. So this year I really have a goal to try to give her a special space, fill it with poppies, flowers that she enjoys. That's really what my kind of goal is. I want to do something where I can build a nice little flower garden for her with the flowers that she likes. But I was also thinking of some other flowers that would be fun to grow that I'm excited about for this year. So I would say there's 2 flowers I'm most excited about. One of them is this Coreopus orange, and I'm probably saying that wrong. I will try to throw a picture right there for you. That looks like a spectacular type flower. The orange with the yellow on the outside and the little red. I don't know, man. It's just something about that looks very pretty to me. And the fun thing about these is these were actually sent to us by a watcher of our channel, Anna Walker sent these to us. So thank you, Anna. I can't wait to put those in the ground, and hopefully they become one of my new favorite flowers. The next flower I'm super excited about is, of course, everyone's favorite. It seems to be the craze lately going on, and that is some zinnias, or as I like to call them, the zacinias, because they are Zach Stiver's favorite flower. But I got sent these by Emma Dalrymple. I don't know how to pronounce the last name, but both these flower seeds that I'm excited to grow this year came from viewers of our channel who were involved in our seed swap. The envelope is out right now, hopefully getting filled up and sent back to us, and we'll have a new one to send out in probably next week, I would really hope. But yeah, if you guys haven't been paying attention, we do a seed swap where we exchange seeds with one of you guys every time we send it out, and then you take whatever you want, you fill it, send it back to us, and I try to grow your seeds in my garden. So having people who send me flower seeds, knowing that I don't have a lot of flower seeds, it really got me excited, because these are going to be the things I'm most excited about growing when it comes to flowers, is trying to grow the flowers that I've been sent by some of you awesome viewers. So I got 2 fruits that I'm beyond excited to try to grow this year. One of them is I can't go any gardening Facebook page or have any conversation with any other gardener homesteader without hearing about the ground cherry. So I didn't grow these last year. I bought these seeds last year. I just didn't get them in the ground. So I'm excited to grow this year because I hear so many good things about it, as many of you have, expounded upon its virtues as being a delicious little treat and a snack in the garden. So I'm sure my kids will absolutely love this if it's that good. And I'm sure I will too, because I like tomatoey type texture things. So yeah, I'm really excited about growing some of that. And then the next thing I got is actually kind of unique, I think. It's a pomegranate. I am so fascinated with trying to grow fruits that are so outside of my zone. And a miniature pomegranate is definitely something that is way out of my zone. This is actually a super dwarf pomegranate that I got from Baker's Creek, so if you're interested, I would check that out. It's kind of cool. I grew it last year. It got about this tall, and it had a little tiny flower at the top, but then it died. I kind of planted it late in the season, so I might start these inside in the next couple of weeks to really kind of get a good jump start on them and see if I can hold them through the summer. But yeah, I'm really excited about all those different fruits, but most the ground cherry and that pomegranate. Trying to get a couple little dwarf pomegranate trees to put in my greenhouse in the summer will be so much fun. So you're probably thinking, great, you're growing flowers, you're growing fruit, but what vegetable are you most excited about growing? That's what we really want to know. Well, I'm standing here in what I call Tomato Alley. I put up these 2 cattle panels as kind of a trellis type system. I single stem my tomatoes off of these trellises, and this year I might fill this whole little section right here with only 1 tomato, and that would be the early Detroit tomato. I really don't think it'd be surprising that anybody would pick a tomato to be the most excited vegetable they have to grow this year. And I know technically it is a fruit, but we eat it like a vegetable. That could be a whole nother video. And don't at me, all right? I know it's a fruit. I got it. Don't at me. So I've already talked about this in my video about the nature and nurture seeds. Super excited about this tomato, and I would say that this tomato might not be like an overwhelming type tomato. Like, you're not gonna look at this thing and go, oh, I'm awestruck. You know, it's not like a green zebra. It doesn't have the amazing striping. It doesn't have ribs on it, and nothing fancy to it. It is a pinkish red tomato. It is a medium-sized tomato. That's it. But the thing about it is that everything I've read, because obviously I've never had one of these, I'm excited to grow it because I've never had it. So my reasons I'm excited to grow it are because of everything I read about it. I read that it's a very sliceable tomato. You can put it on a sandwich. It's got just the right amount of juice. It's juice but not watery. It's crack resistant, it's blight resistant to a point. For an heirloom vegetable, it is one of the most resistant that you can get from what I've read. I've also heard that it's super good for canning, kind of like a paste tomato. So like the fact that you can have one tomato that can have so many different uses for it. I mean, you're gonna slice it and put it on your sandwich, and then you're gonna can it later on. Like, that to me is awesome. Like, how can you go wrong with a tomato that's kind of like the perfect tomato? And I did talk about it a little bit, but it came from the DM Ferry Company back in like 1909. That's when this tomato was released by them. It was actually started, I believe, in Kentucky. They brought it up here and they kind of naturalized it to the Midwest climate up here a little bit more. DM Ferry, if you're not familiar with the company, is the other half of Ferry, the Ferry Morse company that we know now today, even though they're sold to Jiffy, I believe, owns them now. But the DM Ferry Company used to be the world's largest seed company at one point in time. It was headquartered in Michigan, Detroit, Michigan. And I kind of just really enjoy the history of Detroit. I'm kind of like a nerd that way, I guess. But it's where I'm from. There's a lot of really cool history in this state, and especially down in the city of Detroit, the city that gave the world the car in mass. I know they didn't invent the car, but they made a way to produce it so that it could become a lot more available for everyone out there. And they created a lot of different things with that. But also knowing that the world's largest seed company at one point in time, I believe it was like the 30s, was in Detroit. Also, they were packaging seeds in a massive building downtown. Just so cool to think about like that. And then the railroad station came. That's how they transported seeds across the entire country. Boats, of course, to go overseas. Pretty neat stuff, to me at least. I find it somewhat interesting. Maybe if you guys are interested, you'll comment down below and I could do a whole video just talking about the DM Ferry Company and how it kind of went and, you know, came into what we know now as Ferry Morse. But it's got a really cool, fascinating history. Some people are more nerdy than others, so I'm sure not everybody will be interested in that. But those are things I'm really excited about growing for this year, guys, and it's going to be a big year for us. I plan on growing a lot more than we did last year. I mean, last year we didn't barely grow anything, so it won't be a feat too hard to top, but that is the plans. I am going to go kind of crazy this year and just try to grow a massive amount of stuff. We will be starting seeds in probably 2 or 3 weeks. We're still a little far away with our frost date, but we're getting there, and I'm going to show you guys as much as I can. You know, time limiting if I'm out of town and I gotta just do stuff. Sometimes I just gotta do stuff. So Those are the things I'm excited about growing. Leave a comment down below. Tell me everything you're excited about growing, because I want to know what is really getting you excited to get out of this winter stupor and to get back outside, and the thing that's keeping you awake at night just thinking about planting and harvesting and tasting later on in the year. So guys, this video was actually a collaboration video, and we were tagged by my friend Roman at Deer Park Farmstead over in Washington. In fact, the entire opening of this video was an homage to Roman and the video in which he tagged us in. And he was tagged by From Zero to Homestead. He's the one who started this. I thought it was a very fun topic to kind of give you guys a couple different things I'm beyond excited to grow, other than garlic, because I think everybody knows at this point that I'm excited to grow garlic. So check out those channels. I'll put some links down below, and I'm going to tag a couple people because I want to keep moving. I want to hear what other people are really pumped about for this year. I'm going to tag my friend Kira at Homestead Dreaming. I know she's got all sorts of stuff going on, and I've seen some behind the scenes type stuff, and I can't wait to see what she's going to be bringing us this year. Another person I want to tag is John over at the old Redden farm in Connecticut. Kind of new friends that I got that I've made online, and I really dig the greenhouse that he built. Just so cool. A window greenhouse. I mean, definitely rivals Maya type building. Like it's pretty awesome. It kind of puts my little greenhouse to shame. So the last channel I want to tag is my friend Travis over at Homesteading the Wright Way. They recently did a name change to their channel, and they recently added a baby to their family. So they got a lot going on. I want to see what he's super excited about growing, what's getting him pumped. He is going to be starting way sooner than we are up here. Because he lives down south. Darn you Southerners! Well, it is what it is. That's the end, guys. Thank you for hanging out with me in my greenhouse. It's slightly warm. It's not super warm, but I still dig hanging out in here. So remember, be bold and grow bold, and I'll see you guys all in the very next video.